Hello everyone, welcome to Brickburst. My name's MJ and today we're going to be looking at the new Batman sets that have just been announced. I'm going to be talking a little bit about my thoughts on them and some of the issues that I think there are, because some of the issues that I discussed in a recent video as well I think are rearing their ugly head here. The first thing I want to point out is that across all of these sets, the 6 including the junior sets, there's 21 different minifigures. One of them has got leg printing, and that's Jim Gordon. That's a nice figure, that Jim Gordon figure, and the reason why it's one of the best figures from the wave is because it does have leg printing. None of these other figures have got leg printing, and that absolutely baffles me. Really weird decision, don't know what they're thinking, very strange. Another thing I find quite strange is that we got a Batman wave, a Lego Batman movie range, and we got a utility belt, an actual utility belt element, and that's not being used anywhere. It's just really weird, but that's minor. I'd say that's minor. I think the printing issue is a big problem personally. Like, these figures could all be dramatically improved if they had leg printing, and actually for the most part these figures are pretty nice. There are some really nice iterations of the characters here, but without the leg printing it makes them look cheap, and it is Lego being cheap. Like, the problem, again, this wouldn't be such a huge problem, but there is what? I don't think there's a single new character here. Shazam, maybe? Who was, technically speaking, it was a convention exclusive, so technically we've already had him before. So I'm really disappointed with Lego for this. The sets on the most part are pretty nice, but again, in my opinion, they're not without their issues, so I'll talk about those as well. So let's have a look at the actual sets. Smallest set, once again, is a Mr. Freeze set. Like, how often is Mr. Freeze in the smallest set? It seems like for the last several waves of Batman we get Mr. Freeze in the smallest set. Now, I actually like the Mr. Freeze figure, I think it looks cool. I like the printing on the torso, that looks good. And overall the build is pretty fun. It looks like you've got 2 mini bikes that appear to be disconnectable from this main sort of system. I don't know if that's true actually, but whatever it is, it's a fairly unique little vehicle. So the only real criticism I have with this set is that it's, we've seen Mr. Freeze in the smaller set before. Apart from that, I haven't got any huge issues. I don't think it's too bad of a set. Next up is the Batmobile set. I absolutely love this set. I think this is probably the strongest set from the line. I don't really have many criticisms. It's unique, it looks amazing, it's clearly inspired by, I would say it's inspired by both the animated series and the original Batman movie Batmobile. It looks like you get this printed Batman radar dish on the wheels, which looks incredible, and just overall it's a really unique design. We've never seen Lego really do this before. It's quite blocky, which again works really well with the style that they're going for. This is a brilliant set. It's somewhat of a boring Joker and Batman. Again, like I say, there's no leg printing. Imagine if it had that funky the funky printing that's on the torso for Joker. Imagine if it had that level of detail and the funkiness there on the legs. You'd be looking at one of the best Joker minifigures they've ever made. Instead, it's just got plain purple legs. There's also no printing on the arms. I'm starting to notice there's no printing on the arms as well here. But yeah, it's a great set. Then moving over to the Batwing set. Again, it's the same sort of thing that we've seen before. I think we've had at least 2 or 3 Batwing and green villain helicopter sets before. We certainly had at least a Joker one twice, I believe. Yeah, minifigure selection is pretty good. You get that Jim Gordon, who looks brilliant, one of the best minifigures in the range. Like I say, he's got that leg printing. The Joker looks quite good. Shazam looks a little bit plain. It doesn't appear that he comes with his hair either, which is a bit of a shame. But at least we're getting Shazam. I'm not going to complain too much on that. And then it's the same Batman as in all the other ranges, and so that brings us, all the other sets. That brings me on to my next point, which is there's no reason why the Batman minifigures in these sets couldn't be all different. Why doesn't this Batman minifigure have like some sort of air pilot sort of suit? Or just a different colour suit, just anything. I'm transported back to my years as a 90s kid, playing in the garden with my awesome Crime Squad Batman action figures. They were so cool because, yeah, they're not particularly faithful to the character of Batman because they're wildly different colours. You have, like, I remember one of my favourites was one where he was wearing a gold costume, gold and black. You could get one where he was wearing, like, Arctic clothing or like bright red clothing, and they were all just really cool, and they were all designed for special different missions. And all these Lego sets, they're all individual missions themselves, so I see no reason why there has to be so much duplication with Batman. And as I said a minute ago, we've seen Batwing before. I see no reason why this couldn't be like a stealth jet, like a Batman stealth jet. We've never really seen like a stealth jet from Batman. We've seen plenty of Batwings. I mean, listen, I appreciate that Batman's air vehicle is the Batwing, but, he's got a whole range of vehicles. Do something different. Right, then we've got the Batcave. So we've got, 6 minifigures here. All fairly boring. It looks like the Kate Kane there. Is that her name, Kate Kane? It looks like that's the same as the one we got last year. I'm not 100% certain on that. I will concede that is a lovely Two-Face. But again, no leg printing, so that just immediately makes him look quite boring from the legs down. It's a really nice Catwoman as well, actually. I really like the mould that they use for the new Catwoman head or helmet piece, which came out in the Lego Batman movie, so that's great. And then the other figures are sort of duplicates from other sets as well. A massive crying shame that Clayface is brick built here. We already got a great brick built Clayface in the Lego Batman movie range, so why he couldn't have been a minifigure, I don't know. Or include a minifigure as well. It's a giant missed opportunity for me. Like I say, I don't believe this wave has got a single new figure apart from Shazam. Certainly no new Batman villains. And this is a subject that I discussed in a previous video. Other than that, I do actually quite like the set. I think it's pretty cool. It is a bit of a rehash of sort of all the other Batcaves, so there's nothing too special there. There's a couple of nice little Easter eggs, I guess. And it's definitely not a bad build, particularly like the sort of the see-through yellow radar dish with the Bat logo on, and the little Bat tank as well is pretty nice. But again, like minifigure selection, little bit boring, and the no printing on the legs as well. So I don't know, not too bad though. Then the junior sets, yeah, just the little Batmobile one, whatever it is, just like I say, rehash, nothing special to talk about there. And then the Arkham Asylum set, loved the Harley Quinn hair, loved the Harley Quinn face. I might pick her up separately because I'm not sure I could justify buying the actual set itself, because I don't really like the set itself. Obviously it's juniorized, so I'm not the target audience, but it's a really nice Harley Quinn, and you get that purple hat as well, which is a really nice inclusion for Joker. So there's some nice things here. But again, it's all just rehashes, isn't it? We've got a Batcave, we've got an Arkham Asylum, we've got a couple of Batmobiles, we've got a Batwing. Why can't we have some different locations? Maybe Gotham City Police Department, or maybe even Gotham City Police Department roof. I don't know why I said roof then, I meant roof. Like I said earlier, the stealth sort of Batman jet. I think there's loads of different ideas we could have. So there's different ideas for Lego sets. There's also different ideas for minifigures. And across this entire wave, no leg printing. Don't think there was any arm printing. One new figure, which is Shazam. We need to have new ideas, new sets, different minifigures, and there's still so many Batman villains that have not appeared yet. And even then, there's different villains that could be redone as well. So, what are your thoughts, guys? I don't mean to be so down on these sets. I actually like some of them. I think the Batmobile is incredible, and I'll definitely be getting it. But I'd be really eager to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and subscribe for more videos.